Gear things up here at the Dome as Maryland tips that back to Syracuse, and the Orange start off with the rock. Starting things out for Syracuse. Off the deck, Velez with the flood pass. Baseline three, good. We saw that in practice earlier. Great execution. Points are not a hard thing to come by for Syracuse. They're coming into this game averaging 89 points. Off the deck, the two, good. Uses a screen, didn't like the look at the rim. Schmeichel gets blocked, and the deflection by Woolley, and Coach Leggett Jack talked about using their length to their advantage this game. Velez off the bounce, held up, another short shot clock. Woolley outside, drains the three. Take the lead there by two. Schmeichel sends it around the perimeter. Drains it. And of course, Tibiasu said, I can join the party as well. It's three. They're actually 14-3 at home. So when you think about them losing the last game at home, this is a place that they've been able to protect in years past, as another look for Georgia Woolley leading the way.
Syracuse is doing a great job executing defensively, specifically packing in that paint, making it absolutely difficult for Maryland to get into the box.
This look. That's a game that he's decided to get back to. We had a rough night against Kansas just the other day, but has been absolutely phenomenal watching Cooper Flagg take the floor in the helm for men's basketball this season.
And McDaniel's a player, she's always thinking that next best action mentality. She's not going to hang over the previous possession. She's going to continue to work. She's a workhorse.
Olivia Schmidt, freshman out of Staten Island, setting things up for Syracuse. Short on the attempt. Gets her own miss. Another one finds the bottom of the net there.
Schmidt, the smallest player.
The look underneath, a bit short, but another offensive board. Sophie Burrows buries it.
More motivated to beat you, especially with the loss that they had. So yeah, Maryland, they've got to pick up that energy.
They are one of their last 11, and that one is much needed. Cheyenne Sellers finally on the board. Now less than 10. Schmidt sends it to the corner. A nice look at the rim. Another look outside. Burrows!
Off the second chance opportunity, finds herself open on the three-point line, able to knock it down. Syracuse takes the lead.
The deflection again for Syracuse. We cannot speak highly enough of how this team has done a complete 180 on the defensive end. Shooting amongst the trees. Up and under. Kyra Wood finding space for the two. Did not reset. They have 6 seconds. Schmidt tried to run out. Tibiasu gets blocked at the last second by Thompson. Forcing shot clock violations, not playing stagnant, has to be the priority, and it looks as such. Woolley off the bounce for two. Count it.
It's that defense. That defensive energy is what fuels the offense. But Syracuse, they got to get back in transition. Maryland, they like to get out.
Could fix the laces on the ball. Cheyenne Sellers with 5 points. Sends it off to the corner, and another bucket for Bree McDaniel.
Coast-to-coast action.
McDaniel has had the hot hand to start the second quarter, looking to add more, and does. 9-0 run for the Terps. Coach Jack said, if there is a middle drive, that's the most disrespectful thing that we can have against our defense. We have to gang defend. Dowsey underneath, gets another one.
Here, they defend, they rebound, they run. This is what the Terps do. Dowsey rim running, Maryland bringing that energy. Took the time to get into the film room, take on more of a point guard position as she gets the steal here. That energy from Bree McDaniel is so contagious. She is the X factor.
Almost coughed up by McDaniel. And Cheyenne able to send it to the corner. Short shot clock. And a nice look underneath. We mentioned the poise, too, that we've seen that is a lot different. 15-0 run for the Turps. Look at the bodies on the floor, the hustle play leading for Syracuse. The dish underneath in a selfless play.
She gave it right back to her big. Excellent pass there.
And that's how you sustain a run as well. But when you did that from the corner, how about Poffenbarger? Cal at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Both matches are right here on ACC Network and the ESPN app. We said it was raining threes in the first quarter. We're seeing a little bit of the remnants of that in the last couple of plays. Dish pass, Sellers underneath, and the block out of bounds. They'll say it's deflection out of bounds.
They were able to execute down on the offensive end, and now on the defensive end.
Poffenbarger sends it outside. Kubek. So Kubek knocks down the three after a lot more discipline that we're seeing on the offense for Maryland. By example in the last few plays.
Cheyenne Sellers is a Swiss Army knife, and it starts. Her foundation is her defense.
After having discussion with my parents, they said, have they delivered on everything? And she said, yes, has grown so much as Maryland continues to pile on the points underneath. Another look underneath. Full court pass, and that's a way to get points on the board.
That's how you answer.
About a 3-second difference between game and shot clock. Sellers to the corner. Schmeichel knocks down the triple.
That energy. Coach Jack, she's going to have to talk to her team in the locker room and get things done.
To take in this action between Syracuse and the 11th ranked Maryland. So outside a tip, no good for the first look for Syracuse. Dowsey tapping the ball at the top of the key. That was deflected, so no look there for Syracuse. Up the floor as Burrows able to intercept that one. Velez, 2-on-1 opportunity and gets the roll. Deflection, gets it back. The cleanup good for Kyra Wood.
We talk about poise a lot this game.
Poffenbarger tried to send it into Kubek, who was looking for the foul. That's actually deflected, so they'll get it underneath with 8. Good look at the rim, just rolls off the front edge for Sinai Wilson.
How about seeing her on the floor?
And an easy look underneath for Ali Kubek after cutting into that deficit at halftime.
But it starts on this end. They're going to have to get stops to scores. You can't let easy buckets like that happen. Bree Daniels a freight train when attacking the paint.
Bree McDaniel now with 11 points, and the answer on the other end by Camp. Had numbers as Wilson was trying to see if she can get it underneath, but of course Kyra Wood cleaning up.
Obviously one of the huge reasons why Syracuse was so successful last season, able to make that run, came to a close loss against UConn.
How about Kyra Wood? Poffenbarger thought about it, sends it back to Tibiasu for the triple. How many opportunities do these women actually have to say, I have a tailored suit? So walking away from their experience here, knowing that they have that in their bank. Nice look for Ali Kubek at the rim.
Having that balanced attack. If I'm these Big Ten teams watching, who, Angel, do you even key in on? Because everybody is a threat.
Cheyenne gives a nice floater. As we're approaching the 90-second mark here in the third quarter, Georgia Woolley has been quiet since the first quarter. We mentioned the 10 points she rattled off early, had the 3 in the second quarter.
She fits perfectly into the philosophy that Brenda Freeze plays with.
Like that, and deflection on 2 different attempts from Wood, but the foul will be committed on the opposite side.
Timing on the block shots, that's where she's improved most in her game, because she used to be very foul prone.
Gotta love the pace in which Dominique Camp plays with the 3 outside. You gotta like that too. Chipping away indeed, but Ali Kubek. You almost ask, what can't she do? When you have a player that you say right away, I want her in the foxhole with me, as well as Isabel Verjout. Woolley finally gets a bucket in the second half. Wood has 14 points and 9 rebounds, looking for that double-double. First look, gets the rebound, and there you got it. Double-double in the points. 2-possession game with Syracuse surging. They're outscoring Maryland by 3. Smichael rims that one in the right place for that rebound.
It was just so amazing. That was definitely hands down my favorite season of my college career.
Special moment indeed. Congrats are in order for you, and especially to see your sisters back in attendance and in the building as well. When you posted that on social, I was like, wait a minute. Deflected at the top of the key by Camp. And Georgia Woolley missed Sophie Burrows that leaked out, but called her own number and gets the 2.
I'd love to see Wood get a touch. Or Burrows.
Why not?
I am mad at the 3.
Plenty of time. It's been a fun 4th quarter with Syracuse edging Maryland by 3. Smichael. Why not? Talk about defense for Syracuse. She challenged them. She said the last 2 practices have been all defense. Believe that they responded very well. She said giving up 84 points to anybody. I don't care if it's a Laker. Thompson. That's the easiest 2 I've seen for Syracuse all night. So as time runs out, Maryland will take down their 2nd consecutive ACC team with the win over Duke on Sunday. And now Syracuse, as they move on to 4-0 on the season.